Welcome to today's video, where we'll dive deep into the psychology of men during the no-contact rule. If you've ever wondered what really goes on in a man's mind when you stop reaching out after a breakup, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll uncover how men truly think and behave during a no-contact period, from the initial calm to the emotional roller coaster that follows. Stick around until the end, and I'll walk you through the 5 stages men typically experience during no contact. And here's the best part: how you can use these stages to your advantage. Before we get started, if you're serious about getting your ex back, check out the quiz I've designed to see if you even have a chance in your unique situation. You'll find the link in the description below. Now, let's get into it. If you're ready to understand the psychology behind the no contact rule, hit that subscribe button and check out the quiz linked in the description to see where you stand. Let's dive into those 5 stages. The no-contact rule is a strategy used to give both you and your ex some space after a breakup. It involves completely cutting off communication. No texts, no calls, no social media interactions. The purpose is twofold. It gives you time to heal and reset emotionally, while also allowing your ex to experience life without you. There are 3 common timeframes for the no-contact rule: 21 days, 30 days, and 45 days. The most popular is the 30-day period, which typically gives enough time for both parties to reflect. Why does it work? It disrupts the communication patterns they're used to, making them notice your absence, which can trigger emotional responses. This shift often creates curiosity and eventually a desire to reconnect. But remember, it's not just about waiting for them to miss you. It's also about focusing on yourself during this time. Stage 1. Calm and assured. In the early days of the no-contact rule, the man often feels calm and confident in his decision to break up. He may think that moving on was the right choice and that he's in control of the situation. During this stage, there's little to no regret or concern about the silence, because he's feeling assured that the breakup was the right step for him. This stage typically lasts the first few days to about a week. It's important to remember that, even though he might seem unaffected, this initial calm is just the surface of what's to come. The key here is patience. This stage sets the foundation for the emotional shifts that follow. Stage 2. Growing concern. As the no-contact period continues, usually around the 1 to 2 week mark, the calm starts to fade, and concern begins to creep in. The man starts to notice the silence. At this point, he's expecting some sort of communication from you, maybe even an emotional reaction, but instead, there's nothing. This absence disrupts the familiar communication patterns he's used to. It's at this stage that he starts to wonder, why haven't I heard anything? This concern isn't just curiosity. It's the first sign that he's starting to question his decision. He might not reach out just yet, but the silence is making him think twice. Stage 3. Anger. By the 2nd to 3rd week of no contact, frustration starts to build. The man begins to realize he's being intentionally ignored, and this can trigger feelings of anger. He may feel like you're purposely trying to play games or manipulate the situation, which makes him reaffirm his decision to break up. You might see or hear things like, "I'm glad we broke up," or "I never needed you anyway," as he tries to justify his emotions. But remember, this anger is a reaction to losing control. The fact that he's bothered shows that the no-contact rule is working. It's getting under his skin and making him reflect, even if his pride won't let him admit it yet. Stage 4. Confrontation with loss. At around the 3-week mark, the anger starts to fade, and something deeper sets in. Realization. This is when he begins to confront the reality that he might have lost you for good. For the first time, he faces the possibility that you're not just waiting around for him to reach out. This stage is marked by reflection and regret. He starts to question his initial confidence and wonders if he made the right choice after all. The fear of truly losing you becomes real, and this is where the emotional weight of the breakup hits him hardest. The no-contact rule forces him to confront what life without you actually looks like, and it's not as comfortable as he thought. If this stage resonates with you, Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into what happens next. Stay tuned as we explore how this realization can impact his actions and what you can do about it. Stage 5. Hope of contact. By the end of the no-contact period, usually in the final week, a shift happens. After going through a roller coaster of emotions, calm, concern, anger, and loss, he now starts to hope for contact. He realizes that life without you isn't as great as he expected, and now he wants to hear from you again, even if it's just as a friend. This stage is critical because his desire to reconnect is strong. He's hoping that you'll reach out and break the silence. This is where you hold the most power. You can choose how to respond, or whether to respond at all. The hope he's feeling can work in your favor if you want to rebuild the relationship on your terms. To bring this concept to life, let's look at a real-world example. Sarah and James had been dating for 2 years when they broke up. Sarah decided to implement the no-contact rule for 30 days. At first, James felt relieved and confident, thinking the breakup was the right choice. But by the second week, the silence started to get to him. He sent a few casual messages, but Sarah didn't respond. By week 3, James grew frustrated and even angry. He told his friends that he was glad the relationship ended and tried to convince himself he had made the right decision. But as the final week approached, something shifted. James started to realize what he had lost. He reached out again, this time with a genuine message, hoping to reconnect. Sarah's choice to stay silent had forced James to reflect on their relationship in a way he hadn't expected. This story shows how powerful the no-contact rule can be, giving both parties the emotional space they need, and in some cases, even leading to reconciliation. Now, if you're in a similar situation and wondering if the no-contact rule will work for you, don't forget to take the quiz I've linked in the description below. It's a quick, easy way to get personalized insights based on your unique situation. Also, feel free to share your thoughts or questions in the comments, and I'll do my best to help. And of course, if you want more content like this, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an update. You'll also find other helpful resources and links in the description below to guide you on your journey. Let's quickly recap the 5 stages men typically go through during the no-contact rule. First, they feel calm and assured. Then concern starts to creep in. Anger follows as they realize they're being ignored, which eventually leads to a confrontation with their feelings of loss. Finally, they reach the stage where they hope for contact, wanting to reconnect. Here's a bonus tip. During the no-contact period, focus on yourself. It's easy to get caught up in wondering what your ex is thinking, but this time should be used to grow, heal, and reflect. Whether or not your ex reaches out, you'll be in a better place mentally and emotionally. Remember, every situation is unique. The no-contact rule doesn't guarantee an ex will come running back, but it does give you the space to reset and regain control of your life. If you want to know if you have a real chance of getting your ex back, don't forget to take the quiz linked in the description. Thank you for sticking with me through this video. Now that you understand the psychology behind the no-contact rule and the 5 stages men typically go through, it's time to take action. If you're curious about your own situation and wondering if you have a real chance of getting your ex back, be sure to take the quiz I've designed. It's quick, easy, and will give you personalized insights based on your relationship. Also, don't forget to comment below with any questions or thoughts you have about the stages we discussed. I'll be answering as many as I can. And of course, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. I've got more great content on relationships coming your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss it.